In a stunning new development, sources close to Jennifer Garner and businessman John Miller are claiming that their quiet, steady relationship has hit a crisis point. And not just any crisis. Reports suggest that John Miller has called off their engagement, leaving friends stunned and fans scrambling to understand what went wrong. And of course, the biggest question hanging in the air like a storm cloud. Is Ben Affleck somehow involved? This is not just another headline. This is a moment where long-kept tensions, unspoken worries, and emotional boundaries are starting to collide. And from what insiders are whispering, this may be the moment everything unravels. For years, John Miller has intentionally kept his personal life far from the spotlight. He admired Jennifer's devotion as a mother, respected her co-parenting with Ben, and supported her independence. But those close to him say the last few months have been different, very different. Ben Affleck's highly publicized struggles, his divorce fallout, and his repeated appearances with Jennifer have been stirring questions. Jennifer, known for her loyalty and compassion, has been seen stepping in to support her ex-husband during his most stressful moments. And while many celebrated their healthy co-parenting dynamic, insiders say John began to feel something he had spent years trying to avoid: the fear that there were parts of Jennifer's life he would never truly have access to. That concern reportedly grew stronger each time Ben was photographed near Jennifer's home, or each time the media speculated about a possible emotional reconnection. Even if nothing romantic was happening, the optics grew heavier, and the emotional weight even heavier than that. One source claims the turning point came during a moment when John expected Jennifer to prioritize their future together, but instead she was pulled back into Ben's world during yet another moment of turmoil. What looked to the public like a friendly gesture may have felt, to John, like a setback to the life he was building. The insider describes John as someone who adored Jennifer deeply, but who also feared being trapped in a dynamic where he would always come second to the complicated, unbreakable bond she shares with Ben. Not romantic, but undeniably powerful. This emotional tension reportedly pushed John to step back, rethink their engagement, and question whether he could live in the shadow of a past that refuses to fully fade. Jennifer, who has been juggling motherhood, career commitments, and ongoing public attention due to Ben's issues, was said to be blindsided. She didn't expect John to make such a drastic decision, especially at a time when she believed they were solid. Friends describe her as torn, not between two men, but between past responsibility and present love. Jennifer has always defended her co-parenting relationship with Ben, insisting that they are simply doing their best for the kids. But emotions don't always fit into tidy boxes, and this latest turn seems to underscore just how complicated her world really is. Let's be clear, it's rarely just one thing that ends an engagement. But in this case, the shadow of Ben Affleck is impossible to ignore. Ben's recent emotional struggles, his highly visible interactions with Jennifer, and the media frenzy surrounding their every appearance have created a pressure cooker. Even if Jennifer's support for Ben is purely compassionate, the world doesn't always see it that way. And sometimes, even the strongest partners can only take so much of being compared to an ex-husband who will always be part of the picture. Some insiders even believe that John feared not that Jennifer still loved Ben romantically, but that she might still need him in a way that didn't leave enough room for a new marriage. Jennifer and Ben may not be together, but their history is woven deeply into their present. They understand each other in ways only people who have weathered storms together can. And that kind of connection, even when it isn't romantic, can be intimidating to anyone trying to enter the picture. Was Ben the reason John walked away? Maybe not directly, but his presence, his struggles, and Jennifer's instinct to step in may have created a storm John wasn't prepared to endure. Jennifer is now said to be taking time to reflect, grounding herself in her children and her work. John, meanwhile, is reportedly distancing himself, trying to sort through his emotions away from the spotlight he always avoided. As for Ben, some believe he may have no idea he influenced anything. Others think he has become increasingly aware of how his life affects Jennifer's, and by extension, her relationships. One thing is certain: this story is far from over, and Hollywood, along with millions of fans, is watching closely to see what comes next. If you want to stay updated on this developing situation, make sure you subscribe to the channel turn on notifications, and stay tuned for all the dramatic twists and emotional turns still to come. Your support helps us bring you the stories that matter most, the moment they unfold.